right. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out today on this beautiful winter day. But in Louisville, you never know if it's winter or springtime or exactly what it is. But this definitely makes us think about springtime, and it's always a good time to be outdoors and get active, and that's what we're here to talk about today. I do want to thank Whitney Meadows for being here today, representing Senator Rand Paul's office. Thank you, Whitney, very much. I don't know if Nicole Yates is in the house or not, representing Congressman Yarmouth, but I saw her a little while ago, so we appreciate our good congressman as well, who I know all these folks support this announcement here today, and I'm proud to announce that Louisville is one of 10 cities to receive the Spotlight Award from the Aetna Foundation's Healthiest Cities and Counties Challenge. Along with this honor comes $25,000 to help Louisville further our Parks and Recreation's outdoors education program, which is called ECHO, and that stands for Engaging Children in the Outdoors. ECHO is run through Jefferson Memorial Forest, and our forest administrator, Bennett Knox, is right here, and we'll be hearing from Bennett here shortly. But I want to thank the Aetna Foundation for supporting us and recognizing our efforts in the area of outdoor education. The foundation is represented here today by Jonathan Copley, who is the CEO of Aetna Better Health of Kentucky, and you'll be hearing from him in a minute. So thank you so much for being here. We'll also be hearing from Councilwoman Sherry Bryan Hamilton, who's a great supporter of the ECHO program and has been a longtime booster of the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative. In the future, ECHO will be based in her district at Shawnee Park, so thank you, Councilwoman, for all the support you've given us over the years. And I also want to thank Lynn Rippey from Youth Build, who wears a lot of hats for our community, is a great citizen. She also serves as the vice chair of Jefferson Memorial's nonprofit board, which is called Wilderness Louisville. And then a shout out to Metro Public Health and Wellness, which provided a lot of leadership and support for this grant application. And the health department is represented here today by project manager BJ Atkins. So thank you, BJ, for your good work as well. When you get awards like this, they validate what we have been doing for quite some time. We've been working on our ECHO program over the years. We're very proud of it because I think it really brings together a lot of our city's core values around learning and health and compassion. And there's no better place to bring that together than outdoors. You know, there's a concept that there's a critical vitamin that we all need, and it's called vitamin N. And N stands for nature. And if you're like me anyway, when you're outdoors, you feel different. And if you're outdoors for a longer period of times, you feel like something is being stimulated in your body, and it feels good. And this is what ECHO really helps make sure so many of our kids have nature as part of their development. And these are experiences that kids really need. And then there's too many folks that just because of the way our built environment has progressed over the centuries that don't have a lot of outdoor experiences. Many of these kids are throughout the community, but there's a concentration in West Louisville that don't have easy access to safe places where they can get outside and learn the things that every kid should learn how to, whether it's learn how to fish, to hike, to paddle a canoe, and learn how to love and appreciate our natural environment, not just to enjoy it, but then also to take care of it. So we have a short video about the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative, which aims to address that issue. So let's roll the video. I'm Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher, and I'm asking for your support for the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative, which envisions a future where all of Louisville's children and their families can connect to nature and the outdoors. With your support, this initiative will build an equitable recreational infrastructure that reconnects West Louisville residents to the Ohio River and to underutilized natural spaces within Chickasaw, Shawnee, and Portland Wharf parks. This initiative reflects all three of my administration's main goals: that we become a community of lifelong learning, that we're a healthier city, and an even more compassionate city. Clearly, getting outside will help our children be healthier, and nature presents so many opportunities for lifelong learning. And it touches our compassion goal by reflecting our community's belief that we are only successful when everyone has opportunities to grow, to learn, and to play.
One of the things we're trying to do as a department is do a better job of kind of spreading around the community the range of outdoor activities that we have at the forest and have it in other parts of town. We don't have an archery course in West Louisville. We don't have a canoe launch in West Louisville. We don't have a safe fishing area in West Louisville. So those are all things that we do have in other parts of the community. So Metro Parks is working very hard, and the West Louisville Recreation Initiative is designed to try to lead us to having one infrastructure in West Louisville that's right in the neighborhood, that's easily accessible so folks don't have to drive to go to a different part of town to experience what really they should be able to experience in their own backyard.
One of the main reasons we started the ECHO program was to help children get more experiences outdoors, something that my generation grew up doing on a daily basis, running around in the woods, playing in the creeks, really getting to know the outdoors, staying outside most of the day.
All right, well, that looks like fun. So we're going to build on this. We're going to provide more opportunities for both kids and adults throughout Louisville to experience and learn about the outdoors. So we have activities outside, but we also have the new ECHO Mobile, and that is going to be hitting the road in just a few months. The vehicle is parked in front of Metro Hall today, so go out and take a look at that when you finish up here. So in the past, we've had to bring kids to Jefferson Memorial Forest, and we're going to continue to do that. But now we'll be able to bring the forest to them with activities such as biking, archery, and fishing, and a variety of natural materials and natural play opportunities. This wouldn't have been possible without funding. So funding for the ECHO Mobile came from Aetna, the National Recreation and Parks Administration, and the Walt Disney Company. So we appreciate all of their funding. The ECHO initiative also, we've got a really nice overlap with this, and that we've also received funding to train youth naturalists through our SummerWorks program. SummerWorks, as everybody knows, has grown from 200 youth jobs in the summer to 5,200 this past year, and we want to keep growing that every year. But so imagine if you're a kid and you're interested in the outdoor and you want to learn more about the outdoor and you score one of these SummerWorks jobs. So you get paid to participate and add value about something that you're really passionate about. So it's been a lot of fun to see that program at work. So the SummerWorks youth will work for the ECHO program and Jefferson Memorial Forest and provide programming for students. So this program is also helping create jobs, and oftentimes the first job for some of our youth in the community. Councilwoman Sherry Bryan Hamilton, I know, has always been a great supporter and really excited about getting kids outdoor and being active and seeing the forward momentum on the Shawnee Outdoor Learning Experience. Design on the center is progressing, and we expect to unveil the renderings of the center at Shawnee Park during the West Louisville Appreciation Days Festival in July. So within a few years, all of this innovative, nature-based programming will have a permanent home in West Louisville. So this is all great progress. There are a lot of moving parts. Some has started, some is in the planning, some will be completed in the future, but we're seeing good results already, and we certainly will keep you all informed about the progress. So I want to say thanks again to Aetna and Jonathan. Now we're going to be hearing from our various speakers that can give us more information on the program. So first up is Bennett Knox, and he's here to say a few words about the program. Bennett.
Thanks, Mayor Fisher. That video and your comments was a great overview of ECHO, and we thank you for your leadership and lending your voice to it. Before I introduce ECHO and acknowledge a lot of the folks in the room, the partners that have made this possible, I really want to thank you for your leadership, Mayor Fisher. You've set forth a vision for what Louisville can be, and you have consistently identified what you expect the agencies under you to strive for. So compassion, education, health and wellness, all those things. So on behalf of our staff at the Forest and our volunteers and all the partners here today, thank you for your leadership. So as Mayor Fisher mentioned, what started as a pilot project in 2008 with seed funding from the U.S. Forest Service, was initially designed to give multiple field trip experiences to fourth grade students at 3 West Louisville elementary schools. It steadily expanded with continued support from the Forest Service, and most recently, I'm going to hit a few folks in the room here, most recently with support from Louisville Metropolitan Sewer District. We've added more schools, and some of those schools are represented here today. And we've also most recently added a number of other components that are all designed to create equitable opportunities for children to experience nature from early childhood to adulthood. So with these recent additions, I think for the first time, we're really able to say Louisville Echo is providing, and I'm going to use one of your terms, access that is cradle to career in terms of access to nature. So right now we're serving basically 2,500 students a year through all the different Echo components, and that doesn't include 2,500 children and parents who come out for the annual community events that we put on in terms of Echo. So the annual canoe mobile, if you're familiar with that. And I know Councilman Hamilton is. So over the past few years, working with those of you in the room, we've added critical out-of-school time components. Echo now works in partnership with youth service providers, including Metro Parks community centers, to give youth opportunities to experience nature as part of spring and fall activities, such as archery, fishing, hiking. And we also do a week-long summer adventure camps for teens at Jefferson Memorial Forest, so really giving a flavor of the outdoors to youth. And then, as Mayor mentioned, starting this spring, as a result of the Healthiest Cities and Counties Challenge grant funding, thank you, John, and other leverage funding, I think we also need to mention that Parks Foundation was part of that, and also Wilderness Louisville, of course, to help us fund the Echo Mobile. So we'll be rolling that out, and the purpose is to take that to urban parks, which maybe don't have a lot of nature, maybe no more than grass and trees, and to allow parents to engage with their children with our staff and volunteers to create opportunities for them to experience nature in a creative way through free play. So very exciting, and it is parked outside. Equally important, support from Aetna and the HC50 initiative and the Mayor Summerworks program has helped us launch this key component last summer to give kids, young adults, training in the outdoors. And I'll say what that means is we're teaching them skills, resume building skills. They, in turn, actually do programming with our other partner service providers. So they're really gaining those resume building skills to help them possibly enter into a career that way. This year, we hope to also do a trail building project to give some land management experience to those youth, so kind of give a range of outdoor experiences.
I want to recognize Vincent James over here, too. Vincent is our chief for community building, so our parks and recreation fall underneath his reign. Sevi Ghosh is our parks director. But Chief, thank you for the good work that you do day in and day out. You know, we coordinate a lot with our school system as well. I see Diane Porter, who either snuck in the back or has been keeping a low profile, but she chairs Jefferson County Public Schools, which is obviously a critical partner with us, and the type of support and partnership that y'all provide every day is really appreciated. So thank you for your great service. Speaking of great service, Councilwoman Sherry Bryan Hamilton has been a long-time public servant for our city here and has been a great advocate of many programs, including the ECHO program. So, Councilwoman, if you'd say a few words, appreciate it.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'd like to offer a big thank you to Aetna Foundation for recognizing Jefferson Memorial Forest with this Spotlight Award. Thank you very much. The outstanding programs JMF offers don't just focus on having activities at the focus, but they have extended much of their programming in a thoughtful and deliberate manner for our urban youth to have fun and healthy activities that so many have never experienced before. Through Metro Parks, the offerings of JMF and its Natural Areas Division are raising awareness and exposure and expanding opportunities for our kids to be more active outdoors beyond the traditional sports activities they're more familiar with. As a child, I grew up just across the street from Chickasaw Park, where we could fish in the summer in the pond, skate on the pond in the winter, explore the banks of the Ohio River, walk, run, play, but not every child has easy access to the parks and outdoor recreational activities within walking distance of their homes or schools. And we all know that after school is dismissed, that too many of our young people are cooped up in the house, staring at a screen, rather than being outside feeling safe to just run, play, and explore, a fact which I'm sure the increase in childhood obesity rates would verify. So I'm happy to have supported, along with my partners at Metro Council, with Bennett Knox and his crew, who I see here today, on so many outdoor activities for West Louisville young people. My first exposure with the ECHO program was riding down Southwestern Parkway and seeing the joy on the faces of the fourth graders from King Elementary as they walked just across the street from their school to Shawnee Park for a day of educational and programming opportunities. And the Louisville Defenders West Louisville Annual Appreciation Celebration has certainly benefited by JMFs providing new activities such as archery, wall climbing, biking, hiking, educational programming and speeches, overnight camping through outdoor Afro, and my personal favorite, canoeing, which is also growing in attendance and participation when it's offered on a Friday in September or October when the public schools are out. So the attendance is growing, and I've seen kids that had never seen the Ohio River, had never been down to the banks, had never hiked down there. So this was a new experience, and they were just overjoyed. I've also worked with Bennett on bringing a boat ramp to Portland's Shippingport Island for canoeing and kayaking, as well as for emergency rescues by our fire department. And the boat ramp in Shawnee Park has finally been funded and is waiting final approval and permits before construction can begin either this fall or next spring. I represent 17 parks in District 5, but the Olmsted Parks of Chickasaw and Shawnee Park are well known all across this city and the nation. And the boat ramp is a big deal because we used to have river access from Chickasaw Park and Shawnee Park and never knew what happened. But I'd ask Public Works, what happened? How can we get a boat ramp? I don't know when it closed. I don't know why it closed. And I said, I have a district that is surrounded by the river, but we couldn't get to the river. Couldn't get to Portland Wharf Park. Couldn't get to the river. So one of my goals and one of my constituents' main goals was more recreational access to the river. So we're working with Bennett, working with Metro Parks, working with Waterfront Development Corporation, and we're making that happen. So I'm excited about the boat ramps. I'm excited about that. But one thing I also want to say is that Bennett Knox and his crew have worked to engage the community in designing the master plan, in designing the building, the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation and Learning Center that's going to be in Shawnee Park. So I feel very fortunate about that because it's going to provide a base for nature-based educational, recreational, stewardship programming with classroom and meeting space and exhibition space, which is going to be near the boat ramp. So boats, canoes, kayaks can be stored on the facility there, and we don't have to wait till just July or just October to go out. People have boats, they'll be able to go out any time of the year. So it's important for us to continue to dismantle the barriers to full employment and full enjoyment of outdoor recreational and educational pursuits for our youth and expand their horizons, and to provide the exposure and build awareness and appreciation of the health benefits and career opportunities to be gained by engaging with nature. So I'm not sure just which program will be the beneficiary of the $25,000. It sounds like it's the ECHO program. But it takes funding to continue to implement the vision and mission of Jefferson Memorial Forest for this community. And I thank BJ and the Office of Public Health and Awareness for always helping to write such great grants, because we need the money and we need the funding to fulfill the vision. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank Jefferson Memorial Forest again for reaching out to our community, and I want to recognize you for the outstanding work you do. Thank you.
A couple of things that are trickle-down, kind of exciting things that are happening as a result of this grant is that young people from Youth Build who are in a carpentry training program are going to be working to build the boxes and the racks that go in the Ecomobile so that they'll be able to store the equipment there. So they're getting extra practice, not only with their construction skills, but learning to be small business people in this cooperation with Parks Department. All the while, they're helping other young people. And that's an important part of what they're doing with us, to understand the importance of service to the work that they do. In addition to that, I really wanted to highlight the work that our Summer Works, the workforce development skills that our Summer Works kids are going to be earning this summer and learned last summer. But the bigger vision that Bennett had for that was to ensure that there is a pipeline of young, especially African American trainees who are going to be able to work in our parks and in our programs in the future. And especially, Sherry, as we think about opening the Shawnee Learning Center, we absolutely want folks that look like the folks who live in the neighborhood to work with the young people who come to play at the center. As a youth service provider in Smoketown, this last fall, I was so fortunate to be able to watch the Parks van come pick up our young people, teenagers in the neighborhood, and take them to the forest to learn to light a fire for the first time, to learn to pitch a tent, to learn to use a bow and arrow, and take long nature hikes. But what was even more exciting than their enthusiasm about leaving was what it looked like when they came back. They were exhausted, they were confident, they really had a different sense of who they were in the world, and you could see that on their faces as they unloaded those vans in the afternoon. So I don't know about you, but the emotion that I get when my young people, my children, came in from playing in the afternoon and they've been outdoors all day, and the happiness at their exhaustion, for one thing, but also the happiness knowing that they learned a lot in their outdoor environment was really important to me as a mom. And the experience that I had watching those young people jump off those vans in the afternoon gave me the same emotion. And lastly, I'm the vice chair of the Wilderness Louisville board. And the Wilderness Louisville organization is a friends group. And just like Parks Foundation, we work to support the development of programs. But our specific development is spaces and programs that support in the natural setting. So all of our environmental ed programs that we've been talking about this morning. Wilderness Louisville is working to be a strong voice in this community for nature play and protection of those natural spaces, and which includes the largest urban park in the country, Jefferson Memorial Forest. I don't know if people know that, but there we are. Wilderness Louisville's goal is to champion Louisville's natural areas, making sure that they're a world-class destination for all of our citizens and visitors who come to this community. I want you to try to learn more about Wilderness Louisville and join us at wildernesslouisville.org. And okay, let's get out and play.
Thank you, Lynn. BJ Adkins, in her great ability, allowed us to secure this grant. So BJ with Metro Health and Wellness is going to share a few words with us. BJ.
Thank you. Good morning. How is everyone? Sun's going to come out, I think, so enjoy. I'm honored to be here today representing Dr. Sarah Moyer. She is our Chief Health Strategist for Louisville Metro, and she's also the Director of the Department of Public Health and Wellness. But I'm excited. This is another example of how public health is everybody's business. And working with Metro Park leaders, working with Bennett Knox has been so exciting and rewarding for me. It's rewarding to support him as he engages children into the outdoors, these children and families, opening up new adventure and green spaces for those who live in urban areas. Aetna, American Public Health Association, and the National Association of Counties sent out a challenge across the United States and says, who wants to be the healthiest city, county in the nation? Well, of course we do. So we submitted our paper in 2016 to say, we're in. Well, we were very fortunate. We were one selected among the 50 across the nation. So we're very proud of that. We built the paper on the premise of 3 public health issues. And this is supported by research. By increasing physical activity, we also increase social cohesion. And research has found that social cohesion may deter crime. So we know that those are all 3 public health needs in certain parts of our community, especially the ones who don't have a lot of choices. and helping them be better in their environment. The vision for Louisville Metro Department of Public Health and Wellness is to create a healthy Louisville where every person and every community thrives. And I've often heard said, Mayor, I'm going to paraphrase, that our goal is to help every citizen who lives in Louisville Metro to reach his or her fullest potential. And being healthy is one way that we can achieve this outcome. The 2017 Health Equity Report was recently released. And one of the things we know is for people to make the right choice, they have to have choices. So that's exactly what this program does. By engaging children and families into the outdoor, it makes the healthy choice the easy choice, a choice that can lead to better health outcomes. By providing access to safe and healthy outdoor activities, we are helping children and their families not only increase their physical activity, but to reduce the stressors that they face every day of their lives. And also, they learn to be good stewards of the environment. We've accomplished a lot since 2016. We've got a lot more to do, and it's exciting. So with all that said, I have only one thing to say, go team. So I'm really thrilled. And we're going to keep on plugging, and guess what? We're going to be the healthiest city in the nation. So thank you.
All right, BJ. Okay, as I said, we could not do this without the great grant from Aetna, Better Health of Kentucky, and Jonathan Copley, their CEO, is here to share a few words and close us out. Thanks again.
Good morning. That's hard to follow. Go team. That's hard to, but I'll do my best. But good morning again. My name is Jonathan Copley. I'm the CEO of Aetna Better Health of Kentucky. As a Kentuckian, it's an honor for me to represent Aetna this morning to give an award in my home state. So I'm thankful for the opportunity. I want to thank the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative and the mayor, councilwoman, everyone, the team, for inviting me and allowing me a minute to talk about, at the Aetna Foundation, the Healthiest Cities and Counties Challenge. We want to recognize our support of the initiative's commitment to improving the health of the residents here through the challenge. The Aetna Foundation, the American Public Health Association, and the National Association of Counties launched the Healthiest Cities and Counties Challenge in 2016. The purpose of the challenge is to support U.S. cities and counties in their efforts to build multi-sector collaborations and develop evidence-based strategies promoting health, equity, and social interaction, which is what you all have seen described here today in the videos. In 2016, the challenge named 50 cities and counties from across the country as finalists to compete for a grand prize recognizing achievements in improving community health that can be sustained and replicated throughout the U.S. The West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative accepted this challenge, and as a result, to date has received $35,000, including the $25,000 with the Spotlight Award today from the Aetna Foundation, with potential more as the challenge continues. The goal, build a culture where residents connect to nature to improve physical and mental health by increasing physical activity and improving social cohesion to deter crime. We're here today to recognize and honor the initiative for engaging approximately 1,000 Louisville area youth to spend more time enjoying the outdoors with their peers and participating in nature-based programming. I'd like to congratulate the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative for working with the Parks Department and other community partners for increasing our young people's interest in being outside and creating outdoor options to engage, such as the Echo Mobile Nature Play Unit we've heard about.